Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest I HD. Last time we left off, we had defeated Robin Ood, and he's asked our help to find one of his, hoodlums. This is actually quite a hefty dungeon, believe it or not. In the original game it did exist, but it was only here for collecting equipment and armor early on and level grinding. The fact that they turned this into a nice little story to make use of, I think is a really good improvement. So we're going to start by exploring the entire map, collecting all the chests we can get, and then we'll go rescue his, ally. So, I want to actually start with that close staircase, but first I need to remember where everything is. And this is the point where I would actually recommend starting to use the peep skill to check chests, because we will start getting mimics. Alright, Shade and a Frightgeist. Or Fightgeist. I'm gonna take out the Shade first. Alrighty. Well, this is going quick and simple. If you can two-hit an enemy, that usually means you're about the right level for the dungeon. If you can one-hit, that means you're above the recommended level. That's at least how this RPG has always worked, in my opinion. Peep. Alright. And it's a mini-medal. Good to get these early on. There actually is a walkthrough slash kind of guide website that gives you a little checklist for the mini-medals too. I haven't actually gotten all 40 mini-medals, but I've at least gotten to the point where you can get a really handy weapon from it. And that's for as far as I would recommend. Ooh, muster strength. Actually, that is a really good scroll to get this early. Item bag. Where am I going? There we go. So, I actually do have a funny story about this dungeon. In the original NES game, the way I would handle my level grinding is I would start off near Tantagel, go over to Cole, then go over to Gallenholm, then I would come down to Craggy Cave here. And I would just use it for grinding. So I did the same method here, and because I didn't have the event flag for Robin Ood yet, I just pillaged this dungeon and ended up overleveled for a good while. So the route they make you take in this HD version is very different. In the original game, it was mostly figuring out a path you wanted to take for leveling up. Let's see, I want to see where... Why didn't my... No zoom. Okay, for some reason my... Oh, that's why. I just want to make sure I know where the staircases go. So... I'm not seeing one that leads there, so that'll probably be the main... No, that's the main one I go through. So what's down that staircase? Let's go find out. But yeah, because level grinding is really the big factor in the original NES Dragon Quest, and then just talking to everyone to figure out where to go and what to do. I had a pretty distinct route that I would always take, which involved grinding at Tantagel, then going over to Cole, grinding getting equipment, then going over to Gallenholm, grinding some more, then going down to this cave here, getting some nice equipment, selling off the cursed items, because yes, there are cursed items in this game. And then, from there, I would go over to, Brain Stop Working. Not Middenhall. I can't remember the name of the town now, and that makes me sad. Either way, it was the town surrounded by a moat of water. Get my magic keys, go back to Tantagel, grab all the goodies, kind of so on and so forth until I felt ready enough to take care of the main target of the next area, which I'm going to leave that blank for now for those who've never played a Dragon Quest game before. You could also imagine my reaction to seeing some of these enemies so early on. Like the skeleton, you don't actually get to see till you're over to Cole. Or was it later? No, no Cole in the desert. Were there barrels I could check? No, had to be sure. You want to check every nook and cranny while you can. And again, I would recommend not even bother fleeing fights because you can get some pretty good stuff out of it. And level grinding is definitely easier if you just don't run from fights. Unless you feel you're going to die. Running is a tactic, it's not cowardly. I could just sizz these guys, what am I doing? As you can see, I tend to stay pretty frugal with the MP as well, but I will use it when I feel it's necessary. I thought you guys were flammable. Maybe I'm thinking of another enemy. Oh well. They're barely doing anything, so at least decent defense-wise. Okay. Let's go over to that staircase. See where it takes us. And more goodies. That. Antidote herbs. I've been getting poisoned far more than I did when I originally played, so that was interesting. A boomerang! That is a weapon that can hit all enemies, regardless if they're in groups or not. Actually, I should see if it's stronger than my sword. Oh, we got the advantage there. There we go. The morphine mushrooms. Wait, I read that right? Morphine mushrooms? Okay! Good old Dragon Quest. Good thing this game's rated T for teen, huh? Anyways, let's take a look at that boomerang. Weaker, but it does hit everything. So if you find you're getting outnumbered by massive groups, I definitely recommend the boomerang, even if the attack is weaker. The big thing playing solo is the more enemies you can hit, the better. I just happen to be at quite a high level right now that the enemies aren't too much of a hassle. Alright, so it looks like we got some goodies. This is one thing I love too, is they kept the fact that the music gets deeper the lower in the dungeon you get, and it does get creepy! I remember being creeped out so bad as a kid. Oh, an iron axe. Is that axe better than my sword? Yes. And it's not cursed, so we're good. There we go. And then I'm actually going to put that steel broadsword in the bag. There we go. Now we have a powerful weapon. Anything else? You gotta check. Nope. Okay. We're good to continue down to the lower floor. Oh, well, didn't expect a golden Draki? I don't think I ever saw a Drachima in my entire run through this dungeon before. And then we've also got a Ledgerman. Leg girder? Leg... I can't pronounce that. Nice crit. Awesome. Alright. Huh. Right at the loading zone. Oh my goodness. That's impressive. Alright. Now we can go down that last staircase. Honestly, running I don't think really enhances any random encounters because it's always a predetermined step counter, but I like walking around just admiring all this because it's beautiful! And now I'm asleep. Well, that's not good. Oh, I woke up that quick. Okay. Yeah, no, I read that right. Okay. I just remembered the name of the town, Remildar. Always comes to you when you least expect it. Oh, I was just about to check the map, too. Can I just say I absolutely adore the sprite detail in this game. It is so good. If I had any game to compare it to, Breath of Fire 3. The sprite animation in that game is still some of my favorite. Come to think of it, this has a very similar art style to the two, and I love it. Oh, Tangleweb. I don't tend to use those. Do check, because those mimics are tough fights. A 10-ton toupee. Let's not equip that, but let me go read the description. So if we use Peep, this is an accessory. It makes the wearer defend constantly in battle. This item is cursed and will not be easy to remove once equipped. Be careful. It can be sold for 150 gold. So, cursed items? Completely useless. Honestly, they cause more problems than they do solutions, even if the stat increase they give is amazing. And the worst part is you cannot enter Tantagel Castle at all if it is equipped because you are cursed. They treat you like a monster. So, the only thing cursed items are good for is selling. Now, if you want to give yourself a challenge run where you can never go to Tantagel Castle, that's on you, but I honestly would just recommend selling the cursed items. They're not worth anything else. Okay, I am actually taking a good amount of damage now. Unnecessary crits. Okay, let's heal. That'll do. Am I close to leveling up? A bit of the ways. More gold. I'm gonna remember to deposit this money. Okay. Definitely want to go down that dead end. Always check the dead ends. What do we got? It is a nose for treasure. Oh, this is really handy. It lets you know how many chests are left in the dungeon. Item bag. There we go. And I examined an empty chest. So, let's... I think that's an ability, isn't it? Yeah, it is. If we use it... I have found all the treasures on this floor. And you can even see that in your map. So now we're good to head down to the lower level. Ah, good old fright guys. They do give a decent amount of experience at this point. God, I love how beautiful this is. It's like comparing layouts in my head to the original, and it's quite fun to do. Just give me a stretch here. Oh, you're trying to freaking paralyze me now? Unnecessary crit again, but hey. Oh, what'd they drop? An anecdotal herb. Awesome. No, I think Sweet Breath puts you to sleep. Yeah, it does. Alright. So, we'll make use of that ability because it costs no MP to do. We have 7 treasures on this floor. So, the bottom left open area is where we're gonna want to go last, so we'll just check around. So what I'll do is I'll loop around from the right, go up top, round about, go to that dead end, and come back. Actually, start at the dead end, loop back around, and then we can continue on. Alrighty. Oh, I can't help but admire everything. It looks so good. And we had to imagine this stuff as kids. Oh, you! I remember in the original game it was dangerous to encounter you this early on. I'm gonna get rid of the shades first. The droll drone. Imagine seeing that for a first time as a kid. You either scream or think it's goofy. To me, it's a little of both, just because I know how dangerous they originally are. Alrighty, what do we got over here? A nice chest. Good. And we got a bronze shield. Oh wow, we're getting some good... I already have a bronze shield. I love that attention to detail, though, that they made the bronze shield that greenish color, since bronze does like to rust green. Hello, skeleton. Ooh, you're a sturdy skeleton. And now you're sapping my defense. Sorry. I'm probably gonna level up here soon, too, if this keeps up. Speaking of. Yeah, I might actually level up before the boss, which will be nice. Alright, now let's loop around. Like I said, you want to check every nook and cranny. Not only is it good level grinding that keeps the flow consistent, you never know what could end up in a random corner. And it gives me some admiration for the beautiful work they did here. Okay, we'll get rid of those trackies first. Oh. Or neutral. Okay. Ow. And heal, too. Oh, making me go slower, huh? Oh, let's just do this. Oh, you little devils. The way that troll moves is hilarious. Yeah, if they keep healing one another, this is gonna get annoying, so I'll take them out first. Ow. Healed itself, so that one should die. And I can just go to single attack. Yeah, okay. The Drackies are actually more of a hindrance than the Droll, since the Droll can barely do anything to us. He's gonna try, though. There we go. And that was a good amount of experience points, too. We'll heal, just in case. Okay. I keep wanting to switch back to the D-pad, but unfortunately the controls are a little stiff playing with the D-pad. The way they design the dungeons now, the joystick actually is the better option, which still feels bad to me. Anything? No. Just to kind of foreshadow that chest in the corner. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much here. Okay! You're mimicking a powerful monster! That's not good! We're fleeing! Yes. Holy! I didn't expect that shade to mimic a powerful monster this early in the game! Oh boy! That is where it's strategic just to flee. It is not worth the experience points when half of your health is being taken out. Ah, chest. Oh boy. And I forgot to peep, but that's alright. Magic water. Okay, this is a tamer. Oh my god. The Ledgerman fled. Ledgered men? I'm terrible at pronouncing these monsters' names. Oh my goodness, I can't speak to save my life. Pronouncing these monsters' names. I'm used to him just being called a warlock. Okay, I want to quickly check over here because it's a large open area. Which, yes, good idea to do. Alright, we'll just get rid of you guys. Single attacks will do just fine. Alright, get rid of gold Draki. The Drachima. And we're level 14. Alright, some good stat increases there. It's looking like my resilience is going to be a little low one over my agility. I was thinking my agility was going to be the slow start, but it's looking like my resilience, which means, my defense is going to be awful. Though my luck is pretty high, so I'm going to get a lot of crits. And finally have Sizzle! Oh, nice to get that early. Alright, check the pot. So a nifty thing about the way you learn spells and abilities in this game, abilities didn't exist in Dragon Quest 1, but for spells you had your heal more. Yes, it was called heal more, not mid-heal. I checked over here, didn't I? No, I didn't. Your Sizz and Sizzle was called a hurt and hurt more. Speaking of which, we can actually try out Sizzle. You had Outside, which was your evac, and now I'm asleep. Oh, fun. You had your Zoom spell, which was just called Return, and it only took you to Tantagel Castle. Am I missing anything? I think. No, that's all the major ones, and then one that you no longer need in Dragon Quest games is Radiant. Dungeons used to be pitch black, where you could only see your sprite. So they had torches, which our protagonist here is carrying, but they were actual items in the game. And then when you had Radiant, torches only lit one square radius away from your character, whereas Radiant lit 2 or 3. And I want to say it was 3, and then it would dissipate over time. Okay, I want to use that Seed of Stamina. And I see a pot. Okay, and 2 chests left, 2 treasures left, I should say, which should be at the end here. So you were very limited on what you could do. Even equipment was very limited as well. As well as a teeny tiny limited inventory system. I'm gonna have to actually load up a clear file I have just to show you guys how it was. Oh, Leegard man. That's how it's pronounced. I do love his... He ran away! When enemies start running away, it means you're getting towards the overleveled point. They know not to mess with you. Alright. Let's go and rescue this hoodlum, shall we? I'm checking if I hear voices. I've got my volume set low. I don't hear anything. Ho ho ho! I say, what luck! A delicious-looking human has fallen right into my lap, and he seems a rather pathetic fellow to boot. Oh, this monster actually speaks casually. Oh, verily, I'm done for. Do come quietly now. You only need to submit to the searing flames of my world-endingly powerful magic. There's a good fellow. Eh? Where did you come from? Rather rude, I must say. Still, the more the merrier. Searing flames for two, is it? Very well. Mini-boss time! So, first thing I'm gonna do is fizzle him out.
No mercy.
Ah, he smacked me! And then... let me see. Don't want to do cop-out. He's not a beast monster or a dragon monster. You know, I am gonna muster strength. I want to hit this guy hard. As he keeps smacking me with his giant hand. A nice crit. Awesome. And muster strength wore off. It doesn't usually last very long. Okay, now I'm gonna heal. Where's my heal?
I cannot fall.
He definitely knows when his spells are locked out to him.
Fizzle.
You just smacking me. That's unusual. Normally they're casting spells left, right, and center. Already halfway. Ow. I'm gonna do one more attack before I heal. That's very unusual. Yeah, he's just smacking me. That's odd. He's almost dead, though. Oh, crap. There it is. I do want to fizzle him out. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, and his works. Fine. Ow. There we go. That is, honestly, this playthrough has been very interesting. Like, the bosses were using spells left, right, and center in my original run. Such power. I say, are you a hero? Well, even if you are, I regret to inform you that we have Princess Gwaelin, without whose guidance you shall never reach the Dragon Lord's castle. So, there. Are you all right, good sir? Thou hast my undying thanks, good sir. Thou didst save me behind, and no mistake. Eh? The boss did send thee? For he was worried on my account. Curses. And to think I did come here looking to put a smile on his face. Instead, I seemeth I have vexed him no end. I did seek out the depths of this here cave for a reason, see? The boss was most mightily down in the dumps on account of his precious thief's key got nicked. I thought perhaps there might be some treasure down here with which I might cheer him up a bit. It's weird having the old English with the accent over top. It's tricky. Alas, all I found was trouble. Verily, I'm a dunderhead, who doth cause naught but bovar. Right, I better get back to the lads forthwith. Cheers again. Ta-ta. Have those stupid humans gone? Shh, quiet. One of them is still here.